My name is Mel and I'm from Ireland. You might already know that. Just in case you haven't got that already, I'll repeat it. But I'm feeling old. I'm feeling very old. I'm feeling like Prime Minister old. Like French Prime Minister old. Yeah, that's nice. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, but the one thing is, at least I'm not as old as a French Prime Minister's wife. But the president, sorry, get it right, the French are getting offended here. French, Jesus Christ, he's the president. But she is very, very beautiful. Although she's a little bit older, she's very, very beautiful, very, very hot, and I tell you, in a pair of high heels and skirts, she looks an awful lot better than I do. No fear about that. But I'm getting old. I'm now getting to the stage when I sweat on stage, I leave little maps of the world on the thing. I'm trying to figure out which country I've left behind here tonight. I thought it was Ireland, but now I'm trying to think it's probably some country in Africa. That's what it feels like when you're starting to get older. It's like sometimes, for me, life is like a Tarantino movie. It starts in chaos and cursing, and in the end, everybody dies. Yeah, sometimes I feel so old, I feel like taking half a Viagra so I don't pee on my shoes. Hey. But when you get older, it's the synapses in the brain start to go. You start the synapses, the connections, things start to get slower, you start to forget things, you start to do all these sort of silly things. In Ireland we have an excuse for it. We call it Guinness. But here it's the synapses, and then you say you can regenerate. I read recently you can regenerate the synapses, really. With new activities and new hobbies and learn a new language. I don't think they included German on that one, though. When I try to learn German, my synapses just go zzz. I say like der Pause. They say no, die Pause. Get it right. I say I'm looking for the Hauptbahnhof. I'll say wo ist die Hufflepuff? This is exactly. And then I wanted to say, the painter, he's painting the house at the moment. Der Maler streichelt die Wohnung. Die Wände streichelt die Wände. Streichelt mich. Yes, my German colleagues, they have to put up with my bad German. But I'm lucky, because in Munich it's really cool when you try to speak German. No matter where you are in the finest restaurants that they have in Munich, like McDonald's, if you speak in English or if you speak in German, they will answer back in English. So when I do it in my best German, I'm Big Mac bitte. Would you like fries or Big Mac with that or with a Coke? It's really, really true. But it's great. The Germans love to speak English. It's really great. Now the only thing is, when Germans are speaking English, they have to learn perhaps to be a little bit more, let's say, indirect. Is probably the best way of saying it. So when you say to a girl, you don't say to a girl, you are fat. That doesn't work in English. What the most that you can say is, oh, you are easier to see. Scientific studies have shown that women that are easier to see live longer than men who mention it. But I mean, all that stuff, that's just skin deep stuff. I mean, look, take George Clooney, for example. I mean, take away the fame, the good looks, the money, the charm, the Nespresso. And what's the difference between me and George Clooney? It's all the same. But one thing I'm noticing, and it's really, we're living in a time, an age of tolerance and acceptance of other cultures. I mean, who here supports tolerance and acceptance of other cultures? We see it no more or no better in the Eurovision Song Contest. The Eurovision Song Contest for me is very close to my heart, and there's a reason for that. Because Ireland is the record holder winner. We have won this 7 times in the history of the Eurovision. Yeah, it is true. Yeah. And the reason why this touches me so much is because we have never won any other contest in the world. But this year there was the Portuguese that won. Well done to Portugal. And who has the record number of losers? No, it's not Germany. Why do you all think the Germans can't sing? You said Germany. No, but the Germans did improve. They improved last year. Last year they came last, and this year they came second last. A big round of applause. Also, Germany gave Greece 12 points. Next year they won 46 back. But it's all about Eurovision. It's all about inclusion and going east and going east. So, for example, Austria has been allowed to enter the Eurovision. Austria is east. Everywhere is east of Ireland. It's all about point of perspective. But a few years ago, yeah, thank you. You understand. Conchita Wurst from Austria won the Eurovision Song Contest. And it was a little bit of controversy, and it was, probably difficult to formulate that in the German language, because, is it a der, die, das Conchita Wurst? It's so much easier in English, it's just der Conchita Wurst. But from behind, das ist Wurst. And then you go a bit further east and you have Ukraine. Ukraine won it last year, and then it was going to be in the capital of Ukraine, and Putin said, yes, that's Moscow. And then somebody said, no, the capital of Ukraine is Kiev, not Moscow. And Putin goes, yeah, not yet. But then it's gone even further east. It's other countries that are involved in the Eurovision, like Azerbaijan and Georgia and all these countries that you've never even heard of before. It's like Australia. Australia is in the Eurovision Song Contest. I mean, why not, while we're at it, why don't we just add China, Japan, Narnia, the whole lot of them? I mean, we can even let the Americans in. I mean, we're going to be that inclusive. Okay, maybe not the Americans, okay. But yeah, I mean, and so people in Europe, in the EU, they're worried about Brexit. Why are we even worried about Britain? All we have to do is invite the Australians. There's a much bigger and nicer island. Yes, so, and tolerance and inclusion has even made it to Ireland, actually. Unusually. 2 years ago, in Ireland, it was the first country where the people voted for gay marriage. Isn't it great? Now gay people can be as miserable as straight people. Oh, that wasn't the married people who laughed there, that? Oh, Kate, why are you laughing? You're sitting there beside your husband. I'm trying to figure out who's laughing more. So yes, so basically, it was gay marriage was brought in a couple of years ago. The Catholic Church were really against it. It really killed their recruiting campaign. Anyway, but 2 weeks ago, you may not know this, 2 weeks ago, Ireland has a new Prime Minister. This Prime Minister is gay. And isn't that, very open, very progressive for a backward country like Ireland? Well, it is. Historically, we are backward, Catholic, very staunch Catholic type of country, and now we have a gay Prime Minister. I mean, it's major progress for a country like Ireland. But my gripe, I do have one gripe if we have a gay Prime Minister, is he's not going to have any children. Okay? Or probably he's not going to have any children. So, but then he joins the long list of Western leaders who don't have children. For example, just the Irish Prime Minister, the British Prime Minister, the French Prime Minister, who else there? The Swedish Prime Minister, there's the German Prime Minister, God, geez, how can I forget? The German Prime Minister, the Luxembourgian Prime Minister, the EU President. Do you know the most productive leader of the Western world? Donald Trump. Isn't that such an indictment on us? Anyway, so Donald, currently the unimpeached President of the United States. He was in a bit of a crisis recently about the climate change, and he said, guys, why worry? Relax. You can all have a gorgeous orange suntan like me. And then his buddy Putin said, global warming, this is great. Look at the weather in Moscow, that snow and that cold. Bring on the global warming. Bring it on. But I will give Donald Trump one thing, is his choice of women. I mean, come on, Melania. She is sexy. She is young, she is sexy, beautiful, and most importantly, she doesn't speak so much. But there's one other big thing about Melania I really like. She is older than me. Thank you very much for being a great audience. Thank you.
Das war unser großartiger Mel Kelly.